Good day, ma'am. I'm General Flores. This is my free final. I will discussing the Gestalt psychology, a learning theory that explains how the learners understand information as a whole. In this video, I will discuss its main concepts and its implication in the teaching learning process. Now let's define Gestalt psychology. Gestalt psychology is a learning theory that explains how individuals perceive and understand information as a whole, not in a separate parts. The term Gestalt means whole or pattern. This theory emphasizes that learning becomes meaningful when learners recognize relationships, patterns, and structures in what they experience. Gestalt psychology highlights several principles that explain how learners organize information. We have four. One important concept here is the law of proximity. It states that elements placed close to each other are perceived as a group. So, I'll give an example. When vocabulary words and their meanings are written and close together on the board, students naturally understand that they are related. Elements placed close to each other are perceived as a group. So, let's move to another concept, which is law of similarity. Law of similarity, where learners group items that share common characteristics. For instance, when a teacher uses the same color to highlight all nouns in a paragraph, the students will easily get and understand the category in the selection. So, that's how define law of similarity. The third one is law of closure. The law of closure explain how the learners tend to complete incomplete information to form a meaningful whole. So I will give an example. Students can still understand a sentence even some letters or words are missing because their minds fills in the gap. So when someone make missing letters there, the students can able to understand it, still can understand it. So let's proceed to the last one, the law of continuity. So it suggests here that the learners prepares a smooth and continuous pattern in teaching. Presenting steps in a lesson in a logical sequence helps students follow the flow of ideas more easily. So that's all for concept that really matters in the Gestalt psychology. These concepts explain how learners naturally make sense of information during the learning process. Now we're here to the last part on how to imply this Gestalt psychology. The Gestalt psychology implies the teacher should prepare or present lesson in a clear, organized, and meaningful manners. Instead of teaching isolated facts, teachers should help learners see connection between ideas. Because what really represented by Gestalt psychology is a whole or a pattern, not in a separate parts. Using visual aids or patterns, as I said earlier, a real life examples also allows students to understand lessons more effectively. Activities also that emphasize relationships among concepts such as graphic organizers and concept maps can improve comprehension and retention. So, to recap that all, in conclusion, through to overall or to sum up each all, Gestalt psychology is shows rather that learning is more effective when students understands the whole idea, not in a separate ideas. So, what really matters in the Gestalt psychology is the whole ideas, and also the connections between the different concepts. By applying this theory in teaching, educators can help learners understand lessons better and make learners more meaningful. Okay, thank you for listening and Merry Christmas.